Have you ever thought that something as simple and familiar as taking a shower could quietly put your health at risk? Especially after the age of 71. It sounds soothing, doesn't it? A warm rinse to start or end the day. But for many older adults, the timing of that shower can make all the difference. After 71, your body becomes more sensitive to sudden changes, whether it's temperature, blood pressure, or balance, and stepping into the shower at the wrong moment could silently raise your chances of fainting, suffering a stroke, or even triggering a heart event. In today's video, we'll walk through 6 specific times during the day when showering may be riskier than you think. These aren't guesses. They're based on solid medical research, insights from geriatric specialists, and real-life stories from older adults just like you. And because this is such a vital topic, we're going to explore it in 3 thoughtful parts, each one sharing 2 important insights that could help keep you safer, more independent, and more in tune with your body's needs. So please stay with me to the end. Sometimes the routines we take for granted are the very ones we need to rethink. And a small change in timing could bring you more peace of mind than you ever imagined. And before we begin, I invite you to subscribe to this channel for more senior health wisdom and everyday safety tips. And if this message speaks to you, please leave a comment below. Let's start with the first crucial time that many don't realize is risky: showering right after a meal. Picture this. You're finishing your breakfast, maybe a cup of coffee and toast, and then you head straight to the bathroom to freshen up. It feels natural. But here's the hidden problem. After a meal, your body is busy. It's directing blood to your stomach and intestines to digest the food. That means less circulation is available for other critical functions, like keeping your brain oxygenated and your balance stable. This shift becomes especially dangerous when you step into a hot shower. The heat from the water dilates your blood vessels and pulls circulation toward your skin. Combine that with your upright posture and the body's already high demand on blood flow from digestion, and you've created a situation where your brain might be deprived of the blood it needs just for a few moments, but long enough to feel dizzy, lightheaded, or even faint. This was exactly what happened to Arthur, age 76, from Savannah, Georgia. Arthur had a habit of eating a hearty breakfast and immediately showering afterward. A few times he brushed off the lightheadedness he felt, assuming it was just getting older. Then one morning he collapsed. Luckily, he was found quickly. After speaking with his doctor, he learned that he needed to allow at least 45 minutes between eating and shower. That simple change helped him avoid further episodes. So if you've ever felt weak or a little off in the shower after a meal, that's not just aging, that's your body telling you it's overwhelmed. Give your system the time it needs. Let digestion happen first, then shower once your circulation has caught up. The second moment that poses hidden risks is taking very hot showers before bedtime. We all know the feeling. A hot shower can relax tight muscles and soothe away the stress of the day. But here's what most people don't consider. When you expose your body to hot water right before sleep, especially in your 70s and beyond, you're actually raising your core temperature. That's a problem because your body naturally wants to cool down at night to prepare for deep, restorative sleep. That cooling process is part of how your blood pressure regulates, how your heart slows, and how your body repairs itself while you rest. But if your body is too warm too close to bedtime, it has to work extra hard to cool down. And for seniors, whose heart and circulatory systems may not respond as quickly or efficiently, this added effort can lead to an increased risk of heart strain, nighttime palpitations, or even stroke. Think of Dolores, 78, from Eugene, Oregon. She used to take hot showers every night before getting into bed, hoping to soothe her arthritis. But she noticed that she often woke up around 2 a.m. feeling anxious, sweaty, and a little off balance. After talking with her doctor, she shifted her routine. She started showering earlier in the evening and turned the water down just a few degrees. Within a couple of weeks, she was sleeping more deeply and no longer waking up in the middle of the night. The lesson here is simple. Warm, not hot, and at least an hour before bed. Your body needs time to cool and settle. Give it that window and you're sleep. So as we close this first part of our series, here's what we've learned. Showering right after eating can quietly place stress on your circulation and your brain. And showering with very hot water before bed can interfere with your body's natural rhythm and recovery process. Neither of these are obvious dangers, which is why so many older adults continue doing them, but now you know better. These aren't just habits. They're decisions that, over time, can either support your longevity or silently work against it. Number 3 is cold morning showers and what's known as vascular shock. Now, cold showers have become something of a trend lately. You may have heard people talk about their supposed benefits, things like improved circulation, mental clarity, or anti-aging effects. And while some of that may hold true for younger folks, the story changes once you're in your 70s. Here's why. When cold water hits your skin, especially first thing in the morning, your blood vessels react instantly. They constrict to preserve body heat. This reaction causes a sudden spike in blood pressure. For a younger person, that might be fine, but for seniors, particularly those with a history of heart disease, high blood pressure, or narrowed arteries, that jolt can trigger serious problems. Anything from lightheadedness to fainting to, in severe cases, a heart attack or mini stroke. That's exactly what happened to Glenn, age 74, from Lincoln, Nebraska. He had recently read a book about longevity and decided to give cold showers a try. At first, he felt a rush of energy, but by the end of the week, he was struggling to catch his breath after only a few seconds under the cold stream. One morning, he collapsed. Paramedics said it was likely due to a rapid rise in blood pressure combined with his age, cardiovascular response. Glenn recovered, thankfully, but he learned a critical lesson. What worked for him at 44 didn't work the same way at 74. His doctor advised him to avoid sudden temperature shocks, especially in the early hours, when the body is still adjusting from sleep. So here's the takeaway. If you enjoy a cooler shower, ease into it gradually, start with warm water, and slowly adjust. If you want a refreshing finish, better yet, save cooler showers for midday. When your body is fully awake, your circulation is steady, and you're not asking your heart to do too much too soon. You don't have to shock your system to take care of it. Now let's move on to number 4. Showering during peak midday heat in homes with poor ventilation. You might not think of your bathroom as a risky place, but during the warmer months, especially in certain parts of the country, it can become a silent trap. Around noon to mid-afternoon, your body temperature naturally rises. Add in the heat that builds inside many older homes, especially those without strong air conditioning or ventilation, and you've got a recipe for overheating. Now imagine stepping into a hot or even warm shower in that environment. The steam fills the air, the temperature rises even more, and suddenly your body has to work overtime just to cool you down. For seniors, this process isn't as efficient as it used to be. Sweat response slows, circulation doesn't adjust as quickly, and the result? You may feel dizzy, nauseous, or completely wiped out after what should have been a refreshing shower. That's what happened to Margaret, 79, from Fresno, California. Her routine was simple: eat lunch, take a shower, rest. But as the summer temperatures climbed, she noticed she felt more and more drained afterward. One day, her son installed a thermometer and small fan in the bathroom. To their surprise, the temperature in the bathroom before the water even turned on was already above 85 degrees. No wonder Margaret felt weak. She wasn't just showering, she was unknowingly putting her body into heat stress. Now she showers earlier in the day, uses only lukewarm water, and always keeps a fan running or a window cracked open for airflow. She finishes feeling refreshed, not exhausted. So what does this mean for you? If you live in a warmer area or your bathroom tends to trap heat, check the temperature before stepping into the shower. Use a fan if possible. Keep the door ajar. And try not to shower between noon and 3 p.m., especially in summer. Heat illness in seniors can come on fast and without warning. And it's often dismissed as just feeling tired, when in reality, the body is overheating. To recap this second phase, we've learned 2 more powerful lessons. Cold showers in the early morning may not be the invigorating health boost they're marketed to be. For seniors, they can trigger dangerous spikes in blood pressure and put strain on the heart. In midday showers in hot, poorly ventilated bathrooms can lead to overheating and exhaustion, silently taxing your body far more than you realize. But the good news is, both of these risks are entirely preventable. With a little awareness and a few smart adjustments, you can protect your health and continue your daily routines with confidence and peace of mind. Number 5, showering too soon after waking up. Now this one might surprise you. Many people like to wake up and head straight into the bathroom to freshen up. But when you're over 71, that very first part of your day is more delicate than you might think. During sleep, your body enters a restful, slow state. Your blood pressure drops, your heart rate slows, and your circulation becomes more relaxed. When you wake up, everything starts to ramp back up. But not instantly. It takes time, and for seniors, the transition from lying down to standing up can be a shock to the system if it happens too quickly. Add in the heat and steam from a shower, and you've got a perfect storm. This combination can trigger dizziness, blood pressure drops, and even fainting. That's exactly what happened to Eleanor, age 75, from Lexington, Kentucky. For years, her routine was the same. Alarm goes off at 6:15 a.m. She heads straight to the shower. But one morning, without warning, she collapsed. No chest pain, no dizziness before, just a sudden blackout. Her doctor later explained that her blood vessels hadn't had enough time to adjust from her lying down state. Eleanor's heart was working hard to catch up with her body's needs, and the hot shower tipped the balance. Now she waits about 30 to 40 minutes after waking up before showering. She drinks a glass of water, does a bit of stretching, and lets her circulation settle. Since then, no more dizzy spells. The takeaway here is simple. When you first get up, your body is still waking up too. Give it the time it needs. A few extra minutes of sitting, breathing, and moving gently can make all the difference. There's no rush. After all, starting your day safely is far more important than staying on schedule. And now we come to the sixth and final factor. Showering when you're feeling unsteady, sleep-deprived, or after a poor night's rest. This might be the most ignored risk of all, yet it has one of the strongest links to falls and fainting episodes. As we age, sleep changes. You may find yourself waking more during the night, or not sleeping as deeply. And while that's common, what most people don't realize is that poor sleep can make you physically vulnerable the next day, especially in the morning hours. Your coordination, balance, and focus are reduced. Your heart may not respond as quickly to posture changes, and your nervous system can be slightly sluggish, leaving you more vulnerable to accidents. Now imagine stepping into a slippery, enclosed space like a shower when you're already tired or mentally foggy. That's a serious fall risk. That's what happened to Larry, 73, from Spokane, Washington. He'd had a rough night, woke up at 3:30 a.m. and tossed and turned until sunrise. Wanting to feel fresh, he stepped into the shower around 6:45 a.m. But halfway through, he lost his footing and slipped. Fortunately, the grab bar caught him in time. After that scare, he and his wife reevaluated their routine. Larry now checks in with how he's feeling before heading into the shower. If he didn't sleep well, he wakes until later in the morning. He also added non-sleep mats, a bench, and an extra grab bar. The experience taught him something vital. Listening to his body in the moment is more important than sticking to a fixed routine. So ask yourself, how do you feel before you shower? Are you rested? Are you steady on your feet? Are your thoughts clear? If the answer is no, pause, hydrate, sit for a while, recenter yourself. These few moments of self-awareness can prevent accidents, preserve your independence, and quite possibly save your life. So let's bring everything together. Across all three parts of this journey, we've talked about 6 specific times when showering can become risky for seniors over 71. We've discussed why it's important not to shower right after eating or before bed with hot water. We've explored how cold morning showers can strain your heart and how midday heat can quietly overheat your system. Today we learned why showering immediately after waking can overwhelm your circulation, and why showering when you're sleep deprived can lead to dangerous slips and missteps. These are not just small tweaks. These are deeply meaningful changes that align with your body's natural rhythm in this stage of life. Now, some people may feel concerned or even discouraged by this information, but that's not the point here. This is not about fear, it's about wisdom. You have spent decades learning, caring, growing, and overcoming. Your body has changed with you, and it continues to do so. These 6 insights are here to support you, not restrict you. By honoring what your body needs and making gentle adjustments, you're not giving anything up. You're gaining peace of mind, safety, and strength. So take a moment right now and think about your own routine. Which of these shower habits might be quietly working against you? And which changes are you ready to try? Maybe you'll start waiting a little longer after waking. Maybe you'll lower the water temperature before bed. Or maybe you'll simply pay more attention to how you feel before stepping in. All of these choices add up, and they all say the same thing to your body. I'm listening, I care, and I want to keep you safe. As we've seen today, it's not just about what you do, but when you do it. Something as ordinary as a shower can either support your health or quietly place stress on your heart, your balance, and your peace of mind. But the good news is, small changes in your routine can make a big difference. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos designed to keep you strong, independent, and informed. And in the comments below, let us know where you're watching from. It's always a joy to see how far our community of care and encouragement reaches.